Hello and welcome to the second vehicle, of course, to make its debut today in our all-new Newport South Wales collection. This one, just like the Jaguar XJ to come before it, is an obvious choice to debut, one of our absolute favourite cars, and most definitely one of our absolute bestsellers, that goes without saying. And for this price point, it is not going to stick around for very long in our collection. It is, of course, the Jaguar XF. It's a Portfolio, and in particular, a Portfolio S. And what that means in practice is on the Portfolio side, a higher level of spec when it comes to optional extras, etc. And of course, we'll get into all of that. But what that means in terms of the S moniker is more power and still fantastic economy from that 3-litre diesel V6. Now, being a 2010 car, that of course means a huge advantage over, in particular, what they were when new on price. These were up around £45,000-50,000 cars, certainly here in Portfolio S spec with all of those extras. Now though, well, this car is under £5,000, which is an almost ridiculous amount of car for that price tag, and you would assume surely for that price it has to have covered 180, 190 plus thousand miles, have no history at all, something like that. In reality though, not only does it have a full service history behind it, with its original 2 keys, it's already had its all-important cam belt changed as well, and has an MOT until May of 2026, but it has barely passed 100,000 miles. In fact, it's 105,000 in particular, and anyone who knows these cars knows that is nothing compared to the long distance mileage these are capable of, including many to pass through our collection in fact. On top of that, it's also quite a rare choice of colour, pearl grey metallic, which looks gorgeous on these, with of course that ivory leather interior and suede headliner. Being a Portfolio, as we mentioned earlier on, that means a better level of spec, heated and cooling seats, reverse camera as well as parking sensors of course, xenon headlights, cruise control, and to return to the point of its engine, well, even in non-S form, the 3-litre is already very impressive. These even more so. In fact, these can match the XJ in terms of spec. 270 horsepower, 440 foot-pounds of torque. What that means on the performance side is effortless power, around a 6-second 0 to 60 time when you need it. But on the other hand, and this is incidentally an advantage even over the XJ, up to 42 miles to the gallon on average, and over 50, about 51 is possible on a motorway run. And even with all of that power, that spec, its road tax is far cheaper than many others on the market. Some cars from this kind of era are over £700 a year. This, in comparison, is £345. So if you are one of the quite literally hundreds upon hundreds of people who have been looking for one of these in the past, and this particular XF catches your eye, well, as we said, it is not going to stick around in our collection for very long based on how quickly these fly out of our doors. So of course, if you would like to reach out regarding it, you could send us an email to the address shown here on screen, or give us a call on 01633 846 101, or of course on our mobile number of 07482 267 439.